Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be going over products from the new indie cosmetics brand Rose Company Cosmetics. Um, they're, like I said, they're an indie brand company, so always the little guys that turn into giants. I'm high right now, just a disclaimer. I am stoned. But she sent me a few of their products. I'm on her PR list. One of them is the Ice Gold eyeshadow palette. Feels really nice in my hand, nice sturdy. I mean, obviously it's cardboard. Plastic is a little bit more expensive, but it's a really nice 12 pan eyeshadow palette. Has a mirror. This is the second run of the palette. The first run they had like these really large pans, and now the upgraded packaging it's more compact. It's better for traveling, which I like large pans, but sometimes I'd like, I'd like that something like that, more of a quad, like easy to pack, you know. But if you'd like to see how I came to this result, stay tuned. And so, if you haven't done it yet, subscribe, girl. All right, stay tuned. Bye bye. All right, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the look. Um, I'll be giving you my first impressions of the Rose Company Cosmetics line, and we're going to be starting with the Ice Gold eyeshadow palette. It's very compact compared to its first release. This is, I believe, the second edition, which is now more compact, so easier to travel with. So if you like to travel with makeup and want stuff that's more compact and easy to pack and all that good stuff, something that's not so cumbersome, this is perfect. So we have 12 shades. I've already have been mulling over and figuring out an eye to kind of do, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Give me just 1 second. I'm trying to find a clean eyeshadow brush. So we're gonna go with the shade Aquamarine, which is the teal color, and then we're gonna go ahead and stamp that into the crease. It's a little faint. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think it's picking up on camera, but it's really faint. And I swatched it with my fingers earlier, and you have to build it to kind of get that color payoff out of it. So we're gonna, yeah, it's still not really visible, which is fine because we're using it as a transition color. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. If you can see it, it's now when I lean in closer to the frame, into frame, it's semi-visible, which is okay, but I prefer pigmentation right off the bat, so I wish, kind of notation, I wish this was a little bit brighter, or not brighter, but more pigmented. I'm really jigging into the pan here. I think what I'm gonna do is take the end of my brush and just scratch the pan a little bit, just so I can pick up more pigment. That's a little better. Okay, that's actually a lot better. I can see it a lot better now. I'm sure you can see it a lot better now. It sucks I have to do this, because I hate when I have to do this shit. It should already be pigmented once it comes off the, from the pan to the brush, but it's still a transition shade, so I'm not, overtly upset with it just yet. But, oh, there we go. Okay. That's much better. Alright. Yeah, so we just need a little bit more on the brush. And we're not even going to chap to get rid of excess. We're just going to stamp it right in. Oh, now we're cooking with gas. Okay. And I'm just going to swipe that in. Swipe, stamp, and blend towards the inner corner of my eye. Okay. Okay. So we get that on there. We can go ahead and take our next brush, and as soon as I find the next brush, I just saw it too. Don't you hate that when you see a brush and you're like, oh, I'm gonna use that next, and then you go and you look for it and it's like she was never around? That's kind of how I feel right now. There she is. Okay. So I'm going to go and swirl her into my color changer just for good measure. I did this with all of my eye brushes before, right before filming. Just to get all the excess shadow off because I didn't have time to clean my brushes. Alright, next we're going to go in with the shade Royal Majesty. So we started here with Aquamarine, now we're going here with Royal Majesty. And it's a nice, deep, like, navy blue. Okay, so the Royal Majesty is way more pigmented. So I think maybe with the Aquamarine, it might just come down to pigment. Lighter and more pastel shadows tend to be a lot trickier to work and get the formula just right. So I'm sure in time she will create a better formula for that specific color. But for right now, I'm kind of liking the direction this is going. Turn down my ring. There we go. I'm going to take it all the way in. There we go. I'm going to make this eye nice and smoky. With that, that just comes all down to your blending. So if you go from outer to inner and stay in small circular motions, you're well on track. So, small circular motions. Bring it all the way in, just making sure. So this is a smoky eye, so I want this to cover all of my eye area. Just gonna get a little bit more Royal Majesty up on the eye, and I'm just gonna stamp it because I want it to just be kind of pressed in there. Same thing, other side, we're just stamping. Stamp, stamp, stamping. I'm gonna lay down a little extra baking powder. Because I tend to be a little wild with my shadows. I've tried doing like faces first where I would do my eye makeup first and I get so lost. Because eyes are one of the last things I do on my face, and it's how I've always done my face for 6 years. So I'm just like, what the hell do I do? But so now that we're done there, I'm gonna put this brush back. going to take my Morphe M412 brush and go into the shade Midnight Velvet, which is their black. So black shadows I tend to have a lot of expectation for, but also I have patience when brands come out with black shadows because they're hard to work with and hard to make like super dark. I like my black shadows to be as black as my soul, bitch. Like, so I'm just gonna, this is a tapered blending brush, so I'm just going in lightly, stopping. I have hooded eyes, so I'm stopping right here at my actual brow bone. And we're going to take a little bit more of it. There is fallout in the pans, so just be aware. Right now I'm just kind of stamping it and pressing it in. So it's pretty black, pretty smoky. It's not as dark as it could be, but it's fairly dark. So I'm not going to, like, really complain here. And you can find all of these products that I'm using in this video on rosecompanycosmetics.com. And if you'd like to save a little money at checkout, please use code SHERRY15. I will plug everything into the description box below. Let's do the same thing. Okay. Just making sure I'm staying on track with my brow bone here. I'm just gonna softly blend. Smoke it out. Oh, beautiful. So it's graying a little bit, but I'm not mad at this because it looks even more smoky from, like, the mirror. It's only, like, creeping a little bit here. So, like, it's looking really nice. Let me scoot in towards the camera, actually, so you can kind of see everything that I'm doing. Instead of sitting all the way back and using this mirror. So we'll turn my mirror off because it burns through batteries like water. I don't quite understand why this kimchi mirror burns through so many batteries. Maybe I'm just buying cheap batteries. Okay. Okay. So we got that going for us. Dropped my brush. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take one of these shimmer shades. And I'm going to take Sparkling Topaz. That's not showing up quite how I thought it would. Maybe it just needs a lot more product. There we go. I'm also looking behind my phone to kind of see what I'm doing here. This probably wouldn't be a bad idea where I needed my mirror. Okay, so that's showing up how I want it to. It's just not as shiny as I had anticipated. Which is not bad. I normally don't do this kind of eye like this. I usually, when I throw a shimmer over like a halo eye, normally there's concealer involved, but again, wipe that off of my pants. There we go. I use my index finger, which is a little bit more dominant than using my ring or my pinky fingers. since we're on the other side of my face. And I'm just taking like my finger and just applying the Sparkling Topaz shade. It actually looks really beautiful on camera. Okay. So that actually like looks really stunning. And we have one last like addition to add to that. And that's the pollen pigment. Just another one of my products that I received. So it's got kind of like a blue raspberry like feel to it if I had to give it like some first impressions. And I'm just going to chap some pigment onto the lid. And it's got a sealable flap on it, so that way, you know, you don't lose your shit. Oh my god, that looks so much better. Oh, that's what I wanted. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that is so stunning. And we're just placing it directly over Sparkling Topaz because I just wanted it to be a base. Bitch, I look good. I look good. Okay, so we're done with the pollen pigment and the upper half of my eye. So we're going to do the under eyeshadow, which is really just going to be me coasting through with a smaller brush and just kind of going under the eye. And I think we're going to play with Frozen Sapphire, which is this shade right here. So I'm just using like a flat brush. Well, not flat, but it's like a nice stubby brush, which is great for getting at your under eye. Just because we have all this darkness, now we need to counteract it with lights. Ooh, actually what I think I'll do is I'll take on the outer corners and I'll take some of the Royal Majesty shade and put it on the outer corners. So Miss Sparkling Topaz is, when it comes to getting it out with a brush, she's not wanting to cooperate, and I don't feel like sticking my finger in there and placing it under my eye. I feel like this is where a brush. Okay, okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and take our big powder brush. Just gonna buff that away. Ooh, yes. Okay, stunning. So we're gonna go back in with our taper blending brush, our M412, and we're just going to finally reintroduce some of the black. But we're not gonna blend it. We're not gonna like buff it. We're gonna tap. Rap, tap, tap, tapping. Tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Look at my mirrors just so I can see better. And I think for shits and giggles, we're gonna take some of the pollen pigment and place it onto our inner corner. I need a tiny brush that can get in there though, because girl, I am not going in there with my finger. We've tried. I got sausage fingers, so it's hard. We'll use this pencil brush, which oddly enough is what I was looking for earlier to go under my eye. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Stunning. Okay, and I still need to go in with Royal Majesty on the outer corners, just to kind of pull it together. Okay, take that black blending brush, pull some of that black. Okay, so I'm pretty much ready for the rest of my face. Add a little bit more here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face. And once we get down to, putting on lip gloss is when I will go ahead and show you guys the lip gloss. So that way you can get that first impression too. So I'll be back in just a minute. Bye-bye. All right, everybody, and welcome back. As you can see, I finished everything up. I look good. I look done. Very kawaii. Waifu ready to steal your man. You know, the gigs. But I really enjoy this product, this line. Everything is so good. Even like I got a little ahead of myself and had a couple of other takes. In the first one, I did use the gloss, but yeah, it goes on smooth. It doesn't like get sticky over time. It's amazing. But yeah, I'm going to be pinning everything, including like the website and my discount code. But yeah, I hope you liked what you see, and like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye!